What's up, Ajax the Mister here, coming at you with a review for Dragon Ball Super episode 76. You're probably wondering why I'm so excited to talk about this episode of Dragon Ball Super, and I'm going to tell you right now, I would never in my life think that I would get development for Krillin's character in a single Dragon Ball episode. Let's exclude Dragon Ball Super in general. In any Dragon Ball medium, I did not think I was going to get character development for someone, especially like Krillin, in this series. And lo and behold, it was in a fucking filler episode. Holy shit, did that throw me through a loop. Let's start straight from the beginning. Of course, we're starting off with the battle with Tambourine, where Krillin's getting flashbacks, which was the time with Tambourine when he finally gave the first one-hit KO knockout, in this case death, to Krillin. And to my knowledge, I don't think they ever really showed what or how Tambourine killed Krillin, at least in the Dragon Ball manga, because I believe what we saw was Goku went to see Krillin after the second World Martial Arts Tournament where he fought Tien, and then he just sees Krillin on the ground, and then he goes to chase off that monster that killed him. I don't think we ever saw how Tambourine actually killed Krillin, at least in terms of the manga. Maybe they changed it in the anime. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is that in this case, we actually see how Tambourine kills Krillin, and it's like a fucking kick to the head, like he stepped on his head, and that's what killed Krillin. I mean, I looked at it, and I know it's supposed to be like an emotional scene, like, oh man, this is how Tambourine killed Krillin. We never saw this before. But to me, it was kind of humor. It's like, yo, all the dude did was fucking jump off of your head. You even got that red silhouette that indicates death in anime right after the head stepping ensues. And it's like, what? All he did was step on him. Is that all he did? All right, Krillin. But one thing that I did really like about this scene was that they actually redrew it with the Super animation, Dragon Ball Super in that sense, because I thought they were just going to show the old school Dragon Ball art style and look and just, show the scene that they drew way back in the 80s. But they actually redrew this scene, and for that, I got to give Toy props, because they could have easily just have done what they've been doing with past Super episodes, where they just showed old clips from, Z and Kai, which in this case, we kind of got the same thing too when we saw Frieza kill Krillin. It wasn't a redrawn super animation. It was just I believe it was the Kai animation they used, which really is not that big of a deal. But again, the Dragon Ball animation where Tambourine kills Krillin, it definitely stood out from the Dragon Ball Z Kai animation that was used when Frieza killed Krillin. And oh boy, did Krillin's death streak not end there. The main reason last week why I only mentioned the Frieza and Tambourine stuff about Krillin's death was because those were the only big ones that really rang home, that had a huge impact on the series. Of course, Tambourine being the first person to, I believe, kill any main characters in the Dragon Ball cast. And of course, Frieza killing Krillin being the catalyst to the first time we see Super Saiyan. Everything after that, it really wasn't that big a deal. I mean, yeah, Deborah spat on, Krillin, and he eventually came back, but I guess that was a death experience for him in a way. And Boo turning him into chocolate, that was a case where he definitely did die, but again, it didn't really have that much of an impact. It was he was in a whole group of people that died. He had Videl, Chi-Chi, I believe Bulma was up on Kami's lookout. You just had a lot of the minor characters that were in the background die off screen, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But oh man, Krillin's having PTSD with everyone in that freaking forest, and I honestly felt bad for the guy. I mean, they finally got out of the forest, and this moment that he shared with Goku, where he just flips out on him and he tells him yo, Goku, I am not like you. These people killed me. They put me in either a near death state, or they just fucking outright killed me, and I'm not like you, man. These moments were just terrifying for me, and seeing these villains again, it made me shat my pants. And Goku, being just the dim-witted Saiyan that he is, well, dim-witted to an extent, but you guys get what I mean. Being who he is, he can't see it from Krillin's perspective, because in all those instances, yeah, Goku kind of almost went at death's door with those fights, but they were things that he enjoyed, he wanted to do, and he just kept on going and going for for it. These other characters like Krillin, they're like, yo, these are super powered aliens that killed me, man. I am not about this life. I mean, hell, you even have a scene where like 4 different Friezas like have this disgusting rape face on like their expression, and they're like looking at Krillin like, oh, we're gonna do it again, man. It was just insane. I felt so bad for Krillin, but at the same time, at the end of this episode, there was so much development for his character, with him realizing that, yo, if I want to keep up with everyone, if I want to move on past all these near-death experiences, I have to realize that these people are in the past. I got to move past them. And there was just so much in this episode, so much packed into Krillin's development, and seeing him realize that he wants to be a martial artist, like he is a martial artist at heart. Like, I'm so happy for Krillin, but at the same time, I'm screaming in my head like, Toei, what are you doing about Gohan? You give Krillin so much development for him to revert back to his old martial arts days in like 2 episodes, and yet for an entire, like the entirety of Super, and I guess like the movies if you want to include those, Gohan is just being a bitch the entire time, trying to go back and forth, scholarly and training and just all this stuff, and it gets so annoying. I know we're gonna get Gohan like in the next arc, but again, it just rings home like, yo, Krillin got this development in like 2 episodes, and I mean, I'm hoping Toei stops teasing us with Gohan and we get the same development. It's been a long time coming, but if they can do it for Krillin, they can definitely do it for Gohan. And just like I called it last week, the shit with the herb and Master Roshi telling them, oh, you get like a super power boost when I reward you guys from getting that herb for me. It was all BS. It was all about the journey, you know, coming with the peace of mind and all that stuff. But the herb, I'm surprised that there was no Puff Puff involvement with Master Roshi and the mystical herb. Surprisingly, he has to eat that stuff to keep himself alive. At least that's from what we've seen. You see him like goggling it down and saying like, yo, I have 1,000 years of vitality left in me now. I can live longer. And it seems to be like an actual way for him to live longer. There didn't seem like a gag at the end of the episode where it's like, oh no, those herbs don't actually work. They just make you constipated or make you more pervy. It seems that they actually work, and that would explain how Master Roshi is like in his like 200 or 300 years old. I believe in Dragon Ball, he was like maybe 130 years old. So he has to be like right now, maybe in his 140s or 150s. But yeah, the dude's like hella old. So those herbs might have worked. Who knows? I guess we'll wait and see. I don't think we're going to see Master Roshi die of old age. The old man deserves so much more. And who knows? Maybe those herbs will play a role in him joining the universe survival arc that we're going to get in a couple of weeks. But let me know what you all thought of the episode in the comments below. Did you enjoy this little filler arc for Krillin, getting all this development, being turned back into a proper martial artist, realizing like, yo, those villains in the past, they ain't no joke, man. I could take them out, no problem, no easy squeezy lemon peasy. Like, that was freaking awesome. I'm glad that him and Goku were able to just overcome their ordeals and, like, take on Super Shenron. Never did I think Krillin was going to have a role in taking on a Super Shenron dragon with Goku and a Kamehameha combination technique. But, hey, since they were mirages, I think we could let Krillin slide under the bus with this one. But, again, let me know what you all thought of the episode in the comments below. But that's all that I have for you guys. If you enjoyed this video at all, or even this amazing little filler arc of Goku and Krillin training to be better, leave a thumbs up down below. I'd really greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the face bubble right over here. You'll stay updated with all my future videos and content, and I will love you forever. Don't forget, social media links in the description box down below. Follow me on those as well to get more content when the video ends. I'm Ajax the Mister, and as always, folks, thanks for watching.